while we were doing that.
He's a Marine, by the way. I think he heard you say. I think he heard you call Roland an ex-Marine.
Did I say ex-Marine?
He's coming in here to clean up the studio. Is what he's doing.
Because that is something where once a Marine, always a Marine, right?
That is the case, and thank you so much for letting me just barge in on your morning here.
Yeah, thank you.
No
I got to
problem.
tell you, as if we had a choice.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Marines get to walk in wherever they
Yeah,
want.
we just kind of made my way in.
Exactly. He was just doing a reconnaissance, is all.
Well, listen to companies like Law Tigers make donations. I know we made a $2,000 donation, but I was driving on my way in today, and I heard Roland on the radio. And it just brought back memories for me, things that I hadn't even thought about for years.
And Roland called in earlier to talk about the time that he couldn't handle his rent, and Military Assistance Mission stepped up and did it for him.
And that's what we're doing here. We're trying to raise $40,000 for 50 active duty military families. We're calling it Marking the Pulse 40 for 50, and you can donate at KSLX.com. Sorry, Eric, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine.
Please don't
one
shoot
of the
me.
things that he said, I left my gun in the truck.
Noted.
One of the things that he said that stuck out to me is he said, life just happens sometimes.
Yeah.
And when I got out of the military, I'm a disabled vet as well. I blew my knee out in Somalia. And when I got out, I had a plan, you know what I mean? And that plan didn't work. We started Precision with $200 in a phone book. And I can remember a month where I had to get on the phone and call my dad and ask him to help me pay my rent. It was one of the hardest phone calls I ever had to make. You know what I mean? It's not a phone call anybody wants to make.
Well, if Military Assistance Mission had been around at the time, you would have been able to call them.
Right.
Because sometimes it's easier to do that than talk to somebody you know about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's kudos to them for even, creating that organization. They've done a lot of good. But the $2,000 that we donated was our initial donation. But today I brought in an additional $5,000. To add to that donation.
No.
Right there, look at that, 5,000 cash.
He literally brought,
God.
and you left your gun in the truck.
I did.
I'm not gonna make a dumb Marine joke because he can kill me with his hands too. So.
Hey, listen, the veterans, supporting the veterans is something that I do, every single year. We donated
that's awesome.
$25,000 to Folds of Honor last year. Everybody that goes out of their way, and the big thanks to you guys, because every single year you guys do something for our veterans, and I really want to thank you for that.
It's. Well,
I don't think I've seen $5,000 in cash in front of me at once.
You want to hold it?
That's what she said.
You want to touch it?
I actually kind of do. This is cool.
Hold it, don't caress it.
I don't think a lot of people really realize the sacrifices that our military people make. Whether they're in a combat situation or not, but time away from family, time away from their loved ones, the travel. It's a big sacrifice.
And there's a lot of uncertainty.
Absolutely.
A lot of times you can't communicate. Right?
Absolutely.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Eric, this $100 bill doesn't match the rest of them. We're going to have to throw it away.
That's one of the old ones.
We're going to have to throw it away, yeah.
That's one of the old ones.
The rest of them still smell like the mimeograph machine. It's incredible.
Well, he didn't bank face his money either. I don't know if you noticed that. It's not all going in the right direction. So I'm afraid we're going to have to refuse it. No,
yes, that's right.
We'll make an exception. My God, that's not all the money.
Don't refuse it. We need to review it. That's what we need to do.
Well, let's challenge everybody to match that, right? I mean, there's so many people that need help. So let's challenge people to pony up $5, $10, $15, whatever you can.
Yeah, exactly.
And think about our veterans that might be in a tough situation right now and need just a little bit of assistance.
Yeah, and again, thanks to like we said, Law Tigers earlier got the ball rolling.
Sure.
Ari called in, and Roland called in this morning talking about his experience that spurred Eric on. So we should mention Precision Air and Plumbing that's where the money comes from. I mean,
absolutely,
you built a successsual company. In fact, back when you called your dad for rent money, you had an air conditioner. You just had no place to put it. Right?
Exactly.
And it's interesting. We talk about this because, you have built such a successful business, but you did that. That was your backup plan. Your original plan was to be in the military. And then you got hurt and you came out and you did something, you made something great out of a tragedy for you personally. But you can speak to the fact that not a lot of guys in the military are getting rich. Like, you're not going in there getting rich. That's why a situation like this, they're away from their family, which is a sacrifice in and of itself. And then all of a sudden they get a rent bill and maybe the paperwork hasn't worked out. They're not getting any money.
I just think that there's so much more that the government could be doing for our veterans. And I know they provide some assistance, and hopefully you probably agree with me on that. But
well, hell yeah.
I don't think a guy that's gone, and especially a guy like Roland, has been in a combat, a Purple Heart recipient, You know what I mean? That's really paid the ultimate sacrifice
Sure.
for our country, should be coming out of there having to worry about how he's going to pay rent and support his family. That's just,
what you said about the government is in these days of political divisiveness, that's something we can all get together and sing Kumbaya on.
Yeah,
There.
yeah.
I don't think any of them are worrying about paying their rent this month.
No.
I really
don't.
don't.
think so. No. It'd be nice if they did their job, too. That'd be cool, too.
That'd be nice.
You want to hang around for a little bit?
Yeah, I'd love to stay around.
All right,
Absolutely.
so we'll do a dumbass of the day coming up, maybe a couple of songs away, and
Sure.
we'll talk to Eric Bryant some more. And
Yeah, we have a marine occupation of our studio now.
We
and there's
do?
Not much we're going to be able to do about it.
And until you donate at KSLX.com, we will not be released.
We're under siege,
Yes.
is what it is. And he's more than just a cook.